What's handing YouTube? Make sure you guys hit that like button and make sure you hit that subscribe button while you at it, man. It's free. It don't cost you nothing. I ain't gonna charge you. YouTube ain't gonna charge you. Who gonna charge you? It's free, bro. Hit that like button while you at it. Don't be a player hater, man. Let's go. What's going on, YouTube? Got another dope video for you guys today. Again, hit that like button while you at it and that subscribe button. We're gonna talk about my interview with 23 and 1. Josh from 23 and 1. He's a YouTuber, has a very big platform, over a 500,000. I believe it's around 600,000 subscribers. He averages 1,000,000 views each video. He has a very big platform. He has a prison channel, YouTube channel. That's his genre he's in, and he does interviews. And thing about Josh from the YouTube channel 23 and 1, he doesn't interview dropouts, or he doesn't interview PCs. He doesn't interview degenerates. Like, you know what I'm saying? He interviews only dudes that are considered righteous by within their own people, that paroled from good yards, that didn't parole from PC, never went to PC. You know what I'm saying? He has never interviewed. He does a ton of interviews and never once interviewed anyone that's been to PC or is considered a dropout. Also, he's never interviewed a northerner, right? He has, but he interviewed a homie from Florida. He interviewed a Norteno from Florida, so I mean, shout out to that homie, but it really don't count. You know what I'm saying? And I reached out to him for an interview when my channel was first growing. When I first started my channel, I was like, man, let me reach out, because I watch his channel. I watch his interviews. He's dope. You know what I'm saying? He has good content. He has good questions. He don't ask no Vlad TV questions. He don't ask no questions that can get a motherfucker locked up or whacked. You know what I'm saying? So shout out Josh. When I reached out to him, you know, when you do an interview with Josh from 23 and 1, he asked for your paperwork straight up, to make sure you're not a fucking rat. You know what I'm saying? So you have to send him your paperwork, as well as I sent him where I paroled from, my parole papers. And so he can see that I didn't parole from a PC or, you know what I'm saying? So he gets that, he's looking at it, he's like, okay. I tell him a little bit about my story. He was like, man, this would be a dope interview. And then he asked, where you from? And I tell him, Northern California, whoop-de-whoop, right? And then he kind of pumps his brakes. He said he has never interviewed a Norteno, simply because he knows the Norteno politics and how strict they are. And so he's asking me, he goes, are you sure you want to do this interview? He goes, I don't want to do this interview and something bad happened to you based on the interview we did. And I'm like, nah, it's all good, long as we don't talk about this, or as long as we don't talk about this and prison, or, you know, say anything contrary. You feel me? And he was like, all right. So he's kind of on board with it. We're talking, we're emailing back and forth. And then he goes, look, bro, he goes, I talked to a lot of Norteños before, and I know your guys' structure. He goes, I know you guys are probably one of the most structured groups in the whole United States. And he goes on to tell me, like, he interviewed Latin Kings before. He interviewed dudes from all walks of life. He goes, but he never interviewed a Norteño from California, simply because he knows that it could have an adverse effect. And he goes on to tell me, like, I don't want to do the interview and then something happened to you. He goes, I wouldn't be able to live with myself if we do this interview and then something really bad happens to you. And I'm like, you know what, bro? It's all good. But what I was thinking, like, this motherfucker is a solid nigga, bro. He's a solid individual, homie. Because not all YouTubers would have done that. They would have just accepted the money, like, because not like I was paying them, but the money as far as the YouTube views. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what most YouTubers look at. If they can get a dope interview, they look at it as the doper the interview, the more views it's gonna get, the more money in their pockets. And most YouTubers would have took this interview and ran with it. But him, being a solid individual, took a step back and explained why he's taking a step back. And I respect it, bro. I respect it for reals, because like I said, any other YouTuber would have took the interview, posted it up, and would have got all the YouTube money and wouldn't care about what the fuck happens to the next man. You know what I'm saying? So shout out Josh from 23 and 1. You guys go check out his YouTube channel. It's unfortunate that we wasn't able to get the interview done because my YouTube channel would have blown the fuck up. You feel me? It would have been, whew, because anybody that he does an interview with, he lets them promote their YouTube channel on his channel. And after they promote on his channel, their channel takes off, like boom, skyrockets, because he has a huge platform. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, unfortunately it wasn't able to happen, but Josh is a good dude, man. He ain't in it for the YouTube views. He ain't in it for the money. He's, you know what I'm saying? He's really trying to get a good interview and put out a good story, you know what I'm saying? And he's not going to take every story. He's not going to take every interview. So I salute him for that, man. I salute him for not interviewing PCs. I salute him for not interviewing rats. I salute him for, looking out for the homies. You know what I'm saying? Because there's some homies out there that will go on and do an interview and say some things they shouldn't have said. You know what I'm saying? Say some shit they're not supposed to say. I think I know better, right from wrong, to where I wouldn't say things that would get me in trouble. You feel me? With the homies. So, look, bro, people get on here and say, oh, you can't do interviews. You can't do. Why not? Why can't you? There's nothing in the rules that say Northerners can't do interviews. You know what I'm saying? Someone point that out to me. Where does it say that? It doesn't, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's just that it's not, it's looked down upon because some homies might slip up and say the wrong thing. You know what I'm saying? Might slip up and say some shit they're not supposed to say. That's why it's looked down upon. You feel me? Man, shout out Josh 2301. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Let me know if we should do the interview anyways. Fuck it. Hit up Josh right now. I fuck what the homies say, nigga. Fuck them niggas. Nah, I'm playing. Man, salute to all y'all, man, that's watching. I appreciate every single one of y'all, man. It's the kid, and I'm gone.